eyes are all connected.
That's not how it works.
What?
It's pro sports. They can't have an extra pair of contacts there for him. Like,
What? He was trying to do it quickly. I'm not being a smart aleck. Maybe I sound dumb here. You can't do that. I feel like I've seen people do that. Your contact is out. Put it in your mouth, clean it off.
I don't wear contacts.
I'm just going to tell you, my mom put so much slobber, that mama magic on me as a kid. Let me get that out your eye.
Oh, that all the time?
No, not even my own saliva am I going to use that.
Okay.
No mama magic on me.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Do they still make the contacts that you used to see on shows where, like, they'd step on it and go crack? Is that a thing?
Everyone
I feel like that was a thing.
They're all, like, disposable.
Where's my contact lens? And you hear it crack? That doesn't seem like that happens.
That segment went great, Sam Pepper. Let's gauge where we are with Dez Bryant, everybody. Still unemployed, still wants to play football, still tweeting, apparently, and that just about concludes where we are with Dez Bryant. Dez has apparently not ruled out a return to the league. It's the league who has seemingly ruled out a return of Dez. Last night, someone asked Dez on Twitter who he'd sign with, to which he tweeted back, "I'd rather it be the Dallas Cowboys. If not, I'll be ready to play somewhere else." See, I'll start with you. Should the Cowboys swallow their pride a little and bring back Dez Bryant, who they cut months ago?
Sure, I would. Absolutely. I mean, does it make the Dallas Cowboys better this weekend? Yes. Would it give them a better chance to win football games? Yes. Would it make them more explosive? Would NFL defenses be excited with Dez Bryant signing somewhere else or signing with Dallas? Would Zeke lead the NFL in rushing? No, man, they don't want him to sign with Dallas. So, yes, I think it's a viable option. But, man, the Dallas Cowboys, I tell people about this, wherever the player is, they have more information on that player than people in the media and people on the street. And Dallas must have enough reasons, the reason why he's not there. And I believe a lot has to do with their quarterback, and they're trying to make this organization, this offense, a Dak-friendly. That's what the owner said. So I believe that who the quarterback is plays a huge role in why Dez is not there.
Yeah, I don't think they can bring him back at this point. They went through a really hard breakup, and they've established they want to do things differently, and they don't want the superstar component to it. And look, I totally understand accommodating someone's personality if they're producing at a really high level, but he wasn't producing at that high level anymore. So now I think it becomes more disruptive than productive. I'm surprised that Dez hasn't signed somewhere. I think that's a function of Dez not willing to take the deals that have been available and probably not willing to take the deals that are available now. Rodney Harrison used to say the league has a way of humbling you, and Dez is going through that humbling process now, and that's what it's going to take. He's going to have to be willing to go somewhere, play a role, get past the idea of the Dez Bryant that he views himself being, and be the Dez Bryant that other people need him to be, and then create whatever opportunity he can create once he gets back on the field.
The Rodney Harrison story is a good story. After being an all-star, multi-Pro Bowls there in San Diego, he decides to swallow his pride to take what he thought was, a lesser role, but it was less money. The role ended up being a bigger role, or the same role that I thought he was a better player in New England. The variance of things that he could do compared to what he was doing in San Diego, and then ultimately he got paid. Randy Moss did the same thing when he got open. He took less money to be able to go to New England. So I think that's a great example there. And
sometimes you got to reinvent yourself to create the opportunity to then move to the next contract. Dez can't do anything in terms of making new money for himself unless he's playing football. And he may have to take less now, but tweeting from his gym and doing the kettlebell exercises with 8 million ropes on, that's not going to sell anybody. Going in and
but it's not easy, just so you know.
Well, setting that thing up couldn't have been easy. There were 6 ropes, a kettlebell, a trainer. I mean, I got dizzy watching it. But I am encouraged that he can do multiple things at one time, so that's good.
That's good.
But he's got to get on the field. He's got to produce. He's got to get to next year's free agency with some good numbers, and everybody has to get over whatever their perception of Dez as a teammate is, and the only way he can do that is to be a teammate somewhere.
A couple of months ago, Jerry Jones came out and said, we want to make this a Dak-friendly offense, and we bounced around talking about, well, maybe that means we're going to try to pass more, we're going to use Zeke more, but maybe it meant a Dak-friendly offense is not having Dez there.
Like that, you can't draw any other conclusion. They don't have, other than my man MC Cole Beasley, they don't have a single wide receiver on pace for 400 yards. 400. I mean, I'm telling you, Deontay Thompson's got 83. No, I'm looking at it. They played 4 games, right? That's a quarter of the season. Deontay Thompson's their leading receiver other than Beasley. He's got 83 yards. 83 times 4, that's 332 yards. So he's on pace for 332. You got Allen Hurns, he's on pace for 324. Those are their 2 leading outside the number receivers. So I know Dez isn't what he was, but he better than that. And he doesn't have to move. He lives there. He seemingly would take maybe a more friendly deal than the one he rejected in Cleveland. He wants to play for the Cowboys. Like, I think he might want to play for the Cowboys right now more than he wants to play pro football, because it's one thing to turn down the Ravens offer, the first offer. Sometimes the first offer, sometimes you're told never take the first offer. Sometimes you look back and like, damn.
You should say what the first offer was. 3 years, $21 million.
But we also don't know. That could have essentially been 1 year, $7 million.
After you say that, you want to go, wah, wah, wah. Based off of where he is now.
Right. But the fact that after that happened, he then tried to hardball Cleveland on a 1-year deal speaks to me either the guy is totally delusional or doesn't actually want to play for anyone other than the Cowboys, which the rub then to me is, to circle back to your point, I think Dak, I'm not saying he should do this or he would do this, but I think if Dak Prescott walked into Jerry Jones' office today and said, we need Dez, I think they would bring back Dez. I'm not saying Dak is the reason he's gone. I'm not saying Dak walked into his office and said, get rid of him. But I do believe if Dak said, we are the 30th ranked passing offense, we have 30th in points, we need Dez Bryant, Jerry clearly still has love for him. I think they'd bring him back. For some reason, Dak would rather have 20 yards a game from Allen Hurns and Deontay Thompson.
Well, hopefully this offense is evolving, and that's what they're betting on in Dallas. But it's just like that one kid in the classroom that's really disruptive, and the teacher's got to spend a bunch of time working with him, and everybody else doesn't grow. You can have a player in a meeting room. You can have a player at practice. And look, I don't know if Dez was this guy, but they're way more disruptive than they are productive. And even though his numbers are better than those numbers, we don't know what type of negative effect he may have had in the locker room or on the field or in the huddle. I mean, Chris, you've been around it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I've never had a negative influence on any of my quarterbacks.
No, but I'm saying you were probably able to regulate that too.
No, absolutely.
If someone else spoke up, but you're trying to move forward, and you get the one guy who's it's all about him, and it's so disruptive.
See, 7 catches for 81 yards. You would call that for you a good game?
A quarter?
A good 7 catches for 81 yards. If you had that, that'd be a decent game, right? 7 catches, 81 yards?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm short selling you?
No.
Okay, because 7 catches for 81 yards and no touchdowns is what Allen Hurns has done this season. Deontay Thompson, 9 catches for 83. Tavon Austin, 5 catches for 81.
Yeah.
That is
7 for 81 is good when Jake Reed has 5 for 120. And Moss has 4 for 160. And then I chip in because I was buttercutting them in the slot. Yeah, I have 5 first down, 7 catches, 81. And it was
he's going to wake up in the middle of the night, Nick, and be like, 81. What? 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I apologize.
was like a quarter.
Insulting. Coach, we'll see you a little bit later on the show. We got to take a break. Coming up, you will not believe what Kevin Durant said now. That's next on First Things First. Words.